I can tell you that here, from where I'm standing, it doesn't seem like there's a heightened lockdown sort of posture. But that said, here at the White House, we still have an expanded perimeter. You know, the public still cannot come up to the gates right on Pennsylvania Avenue. There's been that expanded perimeter since January 6th here at the White House, though that perimeter started to change just this week. In the last few days, we've seen some of the bike racking change. We know that this White House has been eager to get the public back closer, to get a more of a sense of normal security here at the White House. It's hard to imagine how they will respond at this point. You know, the other thing that Jen Psaki said during the press briefing, she reminds everyone who travels with the president, he's not alone. He's obviously with a representative from his national security team, with a deputy chief of staff, someone from his press team, giving him reports and updates when exactly things like this, when emergencies happen, Diane.
All right, Mary Alice Parks there from the White House. And we are getting live pictures right now. You can see the heavy police presence there around the Capitol, and investigators try to uncover whether this was an intentional act, someone trying to drive through the barrier there at the Capitol, or whether this was something that was just an accident. I want to go to Josh Margolin again, our reporter there. Josh, walk us through a little bit. As we look at these live pictures, walk us through what's happening there and how the system worked in this case.
Look, the thing that people should remember, Diane, is that this is not January 6th. We saw a complete failure of law enforcement and of safety measures and precautions at the Capitol. Very, very different today. We're seeing, you know, the barricades worked. That's why barricades are there. You really can't shut down a democracy. Like Brad was saying earlier, you know, Washington is meant to be, it's built to be, you know, an open city. And we can think back to 2 decades ago when they first talked about shutting down Pennsylvania Avenue in front of the White House, and how really controversial that was, and the message that it was sending. You know, Washington is supposed to be open. There are big, beautiful boulevards on both sides of the Capitol, so you need to have the precautions in place in order to make sure you can keep it open. That was the failure of January 6th versus today. We have an incident that looks like it's done for the moment, thankfully, and we have a situation where somebody was trying to break through, and the cops that were there doing their jobs stopped it. And we'll know more about what this individual was trying to do. But the key thing is that if you're going to want to keep an open society like we have, you need to make sure you have the safety precautions. And that's the real difference with the 6th, where law enforcement was aware of a threat, as especially the Capitol Hill police chief has said. They were aware of a threat, and they didn't act on what they knew could happen.
And again, we're looking at live pictures now of what look like National Guard troops in position. As you said, this is a very different kind of law enforcement presence at the Capitol now than we saw on January 6th, when they were clearly unprepared. We've also seen that heavy police presence outside the Capitol. And here you're looking at the scene. Again, Capitol Police say someone rammed a vehicle into 2 Capitol police officers. 2 suspects are injured. 2 officers, I should say, are injured. A suspect is in custody, and Capitol Police did fire shots in the incident. It's still a developing story, but right now it seems this incident appears to be over. Again, investigators are still trying to look into whether this was an intentional act or whether it was an accident. We are going to continue to monitor this developing story. For now, we'll go back to our regular programming. You can expect full details tonight on World News Tonight with David Muir. I'm Diane Macedo in New York. Stay safe, everybody.
This has been a special report from ABC News.